I wanted to show you some of my favorite fiction books, but I want to start with two books that are stories with some factual jobs in them. They're board books, so they're really sturdy, and I would say ages 1 and up. These are fun books, and my son that's almost 6 loves them, and I just think they're really neat. I Want to Be a Lion Tamer has descriptions about all different kinds of animal associated jobs. I want to be an animal rescue volunteer, or I want to be an exotic bird breeder. So it's just fun. And then I Want to Be an Astronaut has more adventurous jobs, like I want to be a race car driver or a stuntman or a spy. You know, how cool. And it goes through all these different things, and it has some descriptions about them, and it says, I can be anything when I grow up, but I don't need to decide just yet. I can just dream of having big adventures. This is really cute and fun book. The Thank You Dish. What a great book. This is about a little girl that sits down to dinner, and she starts thanking all these different people and things for getting the food on her plate. And she says, and thank you, alpaca, says Grace. Alpaca asked Mama, why would you thank an alpaca? Well, I'm thanking the alpaca for the wool so that Auntie Amber could knit the scarf that kept Uncle Fred from freezing when he caught the fish. You know, how neat. It's just such a fun book, and I love it. My by far favorite book since I discovered Usborne Books and More, and to this day, is A Tale of Two Beasts. And it's the same story told twice from 2 different perspectives. The first half of the story says, I was walking home from Grandma's house through the deep dark woods when I spied a strange little beast. He was stuck up a tree and whining sadly. And it goes through how this little girl takes the squirrel home, and she tries to make him a pet and make him comfortable, but clearly he's not happy and he escapes. And then he tells his side of the story. And he says, I was hanging from my favorite tree, singing happily to the birds when, and he talks about how he was ambushed by this, horrible beast and how she tortured him, basically. But it's such a cute and fun book. And I just love how it tells the same story from 2 different perspectives. It's fun to think about. Nibbles, the Book Monster, is one of our best sellers and definitely a favorite in our house. It's about this little guy, Nibbles, that likes to eat books, and he chomps his way through and escapes his book and goes into all these other books. So he goes into Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and he chews his way through, and then he goes into Little Red Riding Hood and Jack and the Beanstalk, and he changes every story as he goes through them all, and you think you finally caught him until he's escaped again. And he goes into Nibbles, the Dinosaur Guide, and this book's fun because he's inside a dinosaur encyclopedia, so there's a lot about dinosaurs in here. But again, it's mostly about just Nibbles and trying to catch him. So he chews his way through, and every page has Nibbles and a hole. You have to find out where he went. And I'm really hoping they come up with a 3rd.